Hey fellow YouTube dieters, so this is going to be the thyroid video that I talked about making, and a couple of people sent me messages saying that they would like to hear more about it, so here it is. What I'm going to be doing is I printed out the post that I did on my blog. So this is directly from my blog, and it's what I wrote about everything I collected regarding thyroid health and all that. The reason I'm just going to read this off to you is because I can't really word it better than the way I said it in the blog. Just try to stay with me here and we'll see how it goes. So there are two thyroid conditions that are often confused with each other. Hyperthyroidism, which is Hyper thyroidism, and then hypothyroidism, which is HIPO. So hyper, the way I remember it is, it's like hyper, too fast, And then again, opposite, hypothyroidism, that's the one that makes it too slow. And I remember it like hypo rhymes with slow. So anyways, I'll go ahead and read to you from this, try to give you some information to sort of clarify what the thyroid is, how it works, and natural ways that you can keep it healthy. Even though I'm going to be mostly talking about a slow thyroid here, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to discuss a fast thyroid too, just for those of you out there who think you might have it, and also to sort of promote understanding. Thyroid too fast, hyperthyroidism, and overactive metabolism. If your thyroid is too fast, then you'll have your own set of problems. You might just have the typical symptoms, or your metabolism might be up in the clouds, causing you to be very thin and lose weight too fast. Some even have symptoms like bulging eyes. You might have a fast pulse, feel anxious or shaky, or get hot very easily. Not everyone with an overactive thyroid will have an overactive metabolism too, but for those who do, you might feel frustrated with how thin you are. It may seem that no matter how much you eat or lay around the house or pump weights in the gym, you just cannot seem to build up any body mass. I want to remind everyone not to be too judgmental of people with a super fast metabolism. Sure, joking around, we might all think, I wish I could eat whatever I wanted and stay thin. But it comes with its own set of problems. It can be as bad as being overweight. Women might feel like they don't fill out a bikini, bra, tight dress, or yoga pants very well. They spend their lives buying padded bras or padded underwear, or saving up for risky surgeries, feeling insecure around shapely women. For men, they're often ostracized by other men and boys, or potential dates for not being manly or muscly enough. They get bullied a lot in school because other guys think of them as wimpy. Problems like this can really be painful and frustrating to live with. And while they may be thin, they can still get clogged arteries, diabetes, and a variety of heart problems. So they still have to eat right, because in their case, thin does not equal healthy. So please try to be considerate of these folks and the pain they might be living with. Now I'd like to move on and talk about the slow thyroid condition called hypothyroidism and the excessive weight gain that can come along with it. If your thyroid is too slow, then the exact opposite is true. You may feel like you don't eat any more or exercise any less than other people, but you're still overweight. Eventually that can lead you to being less active, because it's much harder and more exhausting to stay active when you are heavy. And even when you do go on a diet and exercise, it feels like it's twice as difficult and takes longer for you to lose weight or keep it off, and you gain it back very quickly. Other symptoms of a slow thyroid can be feeling tired, weak, or depressed, mood swings, dry skin and brittle nails, not being able to stand the cold, constipation, memory problems, or having trouble thinking clearly, sleep disorders, and heavy or irregular menstrual periods. Question: can my doctor do anything about my slow thyroid? Well, in very extreme cases, some people might need surgery, but most of the time the problem is not an immediate threat and can be treated. There are hormone therapies for thyroid problems which can be prescribed by your doctor, but if you're like me, then you really prefer to achieve health in as natural a way as possible, especially since fooling around with hormones brings its own set of problems. I'm not saying there's no place for medical treatment of the thyroid. You may have a severe enough case to where that is your only option, which is why I strongly encourage everyone to speak to their doctor before making any lifestyle or diet changes. My video and blog are not meant as a substitute for medical advice or medical treatment. Remember that, folks. But it is helpful information. Question: what is causing my thyroid to be slow, and what can I do about it? A lot of the time, a thyroid is slow because it badly needs a nutrient called iodine, but it has a problem absorbing and processing it. Furthermore, there are foods which can block your iodine receptors and slow your thyroid down even more. So I did some research, and this is what I found out. There are foods that a person with a slow thyroid should not eat. They contain something called goitrogens. Apparently, goitrogens cause your thyroid and metabolism to be too slow. Fluorine is another problem for a slow thyroid. It blocks the iodine receptors. So if you have a slow thyroid, here's a list of foods that contain either goitrogens or fluorine, which you should avoid. Onions, tea, and coffee, which all contain fluorine. Now the others all contain either goitrogens or they mess with your thyroid in some other way. Cauliflower, kale, spinach, radishes, soy or anything made from it, peanuts, and most nuts except almonds, peaches, millet, mustard, mustard greens, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cassava root, horseradish, pears, rutabagas, and turnips. But don't despair, because there's still a ton of other vegetables out there that you can have. You can have lettuce, you can have tomatoes, carrots, bell pepper, squash, potatoes, corn, the list goes on and on. Question: okay, I know which foods to avoid now, but are there any foods or natural supplements that I can take or eat to improve my thyroid? If so, what are they? Yes. If your thyroid is slow, then you need to eat more foods that contain iodine and the amino acid L-tyrosine. These are very good for your thyroid and help you to produce healthy thyroid hormones, thus raising your energy levels, improving your mood, and making it easier for you to lose weight and keep it off. Iodine is, once again, the nutrient that allows your thyroid to operate in a healthy way, and L-tyrosine actually helps your body absorb more iodine. So when you pair extra iodine with L-tyrosine, you're actually taking in more iodine, which is very good for you. The good foods that contain either iodine or L-tyrosine and are thus good for your thyroid are sea salt for vegetables, kelp, avocados, lettuce, tomato, carrot, squash, asparagus, mushrooms, potatoes, and peppers. Fruits: bananas, cantaloupe, kiwi, citrus, strawberries, apples, apricots, grapefruits, and pineapple. Fresh herbs: parsley, rosemary, and garlic. Protein: eggs, seafood, chicken, turkey, and lamb. Question: okay, what about supplements? Which ones should I take to boost thyroid health? Eating the above foods does help quite a bit, yes. But honestly, your best bet to deliver the nutrients that you need directly is to take L-tyrosine and iodine in the form of natural supplements. Take a kelp supplement. Kelp is the best natural source of iodine and contains the highest levels, but rather than eating kelp, a supplement is best to ensure that you're getting a significant amount. Also, take L-tyrosine supplements. Both of these can be found online in any health food stores. Follow dosing instructions and do not exceed the recommended amount. Be advised, and this is a very important part, so please pay close attention and stick to this rule like glue. If you are taking a multivitamin that contains iron or calcium, or if you take antacids, do not take them at the same time as the L-tyrosine or the kelp supplements. There's no danger in doing so, but it can cause the other supplements to not work, and thus making it pointless to take them, because basically they kind of cancel each other out. Please take your multivitamin several hours apart, preferably the multivitamin before a meal, and the L-tyrosine and kelp a few hours after that meal. Here is to your thyroid health and pairing it with great weight loss results.